Welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek, the 25th Anniversary Edition. This is Kamen Rider Gumo, and I was just going to beam back down to the planet and meet you back at the swamp, but there was something that I wanted to show off. It's not a big feature, doesn't come in handy all that often, but you can use it from time to time. If you go to the transporter option, then you are given the option of changing up your landing party. You can replace the default Spock and McCoy with, here we go, a specialist from either the Geology, Biology, or History department, who looks a lot like Sulu, or a security officer who looks like nobody from the series, though he does have the same hair pattern as Robert Picardo from Voyager. This is your typical red shirt. Although there's only one listed, you can actually have two with you at any given time if you so choose. However, you're really better off sticking with just Spock and McCoy unless you need extra firepower, because the rest of these guys are kinda useless. So I'm just gonna stick with Spock and McCoy. And then we go to the turbo lift. You can skip this by pressing start, it doesn't say much. And it also skips most of the transporter sequence except for the actual beam down. So now here we are back on the planet. Put my phasers back on full power and head north so that we can attempt to get back to the swamp. I admit I lucked out finding it the first time. It usually takes me several minutes to locate it, but as I said, I prefer playing this without maps. Makes it a little more interesting. Plus, you know, if you got maps and guides telling you where to go constantly, this game's actually pretty short, and I prefer to extend the experience. I just love Star Trek that much. Huh. Well, it looks like I remember this a little better than I thought. Okay, so we'll head out here. Yeah, those things won't always jump in the water. They'll come charging at you from across the grass, too. But, you know, you can always hear them coming. If you think you hear one, stop. And if you still hear the footsteps, then one's coming after you. Oh, and I couldn't see him for the trees. That's why some people prefer to have a security officer with them instead of, say, Dr. McCoy when he's not necessary. Because while Kirk's down, the attacker can be shot. Kirk is the only one, aside from the security officers, to carry a phaser. I honestly have to question this, especially given the nature of half the planets these guys go to, even in the actual series. But, hey, who am I to judge? I'm just a nerd. Oh, crap. Yeah, there's only one path through this. I'm glad that there's no lag from this capture card, I really am. Ooh, crud. Man, I don't remember ever seeing this many in one play before. Okay, I think I found where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, this is it. Okay, now if you talk to everyone in the village, then you'll hear about a swamp creature, as well as someone who guarded a key to the northern temple. And if you go to the temple, then you'll find that yes, it is locked and does require a key. I just cut out all of that and came straight to the swamp to save time. And Spock says that this is the abode of the creature. Now he'll come after us, We kill him, and there we have the key. Okay. And what I always do here is return to the ship, because it is honestly faster and less problematic. Man, I hope my chair isn't popping again. It's faster to go back to the ship and beam back down to the initial landing site than it is to try to get back out of the swamp. I don't know if it's a glitch in the game or if it's designed that way to make it a little more difficult, but after you kill that thing, it seems like even more of those critters start spawning, just to make your life that much harder. So I always just beam back to the landing site and then make my way north. Of course, each time you... Oh, no, not that one. Each time you do this, you have to reset your phasers if you like to keep them on full. Ow. That was dumb. That was even dumber. Oh boy, this is, that happens much more. I'm gonna have my first fail montage. Yeah, the Doc's only got one hit left, I think. For some reason, Kirk can take more damage. Might be all those fist fights he gets into over alien women, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just amazed that my old NES is held up. Oh, getting a little bit of lag. I hope that's not going to cause too many problems. But my NES has held up rather well over the 22 years that I've owned it. It wasn't my first console. I spent my first few years on the Atari 2600, ColecoVision, Intellivision, and a couple others. Here we go, the Temple. But the NES has always held a special place in my heart. It's my favorite console, and if you'd ask me to list my top 10 favorite games, then probably at least 7 of them would be NES games. Alright, this ice-shaped hole is where we would have come earlier if we hadn't gone to the swamp. Scan it, and Dr. McCoy will... Mr. Spock will say that it is an alien metal, resistant to probing, readings cannot measure it, blah blah blah, and an indent hole in the middle of it, perhaps it's a keyhole. So you... select, start. You go to use item, and use the I key, and the door opens. And once again, Mr. Spock is Captain Obvious. Now, do you see these icons on the wall? These are very, very important. You have to write down the order that they're in, and step on them in that certain order to unlock the doors later on. Now, I am approaching the 9-minute mark, so I'm going to stop the video here, record these, and then come back in my next video and show you the next few rooms of this place. So, Kamen Rider Gumo, signing out.